Hello everyone, once again this is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness and another first reaction video. Before I continue, however, a reminder, the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual, and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote. Despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a stand-up wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter does malfunction as it did a few months ago, I will yet again be a fish out of water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video in the description, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to the video I will be reacting to, you can find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser, it's easy to contribute, it takes a few seconds, any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world. What I am endeavoring to do at the current time is both continue the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter as well as to save for a new scooter in addition to that. I came up with these conclusions as a result of the malfunction a few months ago, which left me dependent upon my friends and family for roughly 2 weeks to push me around my home in my own scooter, and it severely limited my independence. However, it was a long overdue wake up call that I needed a backup plan in mind. And that backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, and my completely refurbished existing scooter waiting in the wings to be used if necessary, when necessary, at a moment's notice. So please do what you can at the spot fund link below. I'd really appreciate that. I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to Media Awareness, please consider subscribing to my channel, becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Also, if you do subscribe, click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I upload something new. I'd also love to know your thoughts on this song I'm going to be reacting to. This is by the band Suede. I've covered them before on my channel. And a few weeks ago, I did do a reaction to apparently the title track from their upcoming album release, scheduled for release on September 5th, 2025. It's called Antidepressants. However, the single I'm going to be reacting to today is called Disintegrate. The Antidepressants reaction that I did a few weeks ago was a live cut of that track, and I guess they were testing out the new material on tour last year, which is a smart move on their part. And that's why we got sort of a sneak peek of that title track. I was unaware at that time that it would be a title track to a new album. However, we have a new album here scheduled for release once again, September 5th, 2025. It's called Antidepressants. Pre-order it now and have it as soon as it comes out. However, in the meantime, I do want to cover this as a reaction. With all my reaction videos, I have it linked below in the description. I do this because the musicians and bands who create this music for us, the fans, do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work. So always click on those source links. You'll also be able to watch it in its prime audio and video quality, and without me up there in the corner of the screen somewhere like an untrained mime in a box. So without further ado, let us check out the new single from Suede entitled Disintegrate, and I will be back following this with my assessment.
Daisies like the tall poppies. Come down and disintegrate with me. We're cut down like the daisies. Take it all nice and slow, like those endless hot summers. But you'll never be blind and careless.
So there you have Suede with Disintegrate from the upcoming album release of Antidepressants, scheduled for release September 5th, 2025. And let's talk about this track. Really interesting video, lots of visual distortion going on, very much with the lyrical composition and title. They kind of go hand in hand, and I really, really like the lyrics a lot in this song. I feel that they are relatable, and they're also rather intense when you think about it. Um, the delivery of the vocals are just classic Suede. It's this is a band that was, I've mentioned this before, but they were pioneers of the Britpop movement of the 90s, and they really kind of spearheaded that whole sound and have been consistent over the years maintaining that sound from what I can gather. I'm still sort of learning their discography and picking up more and more in terms of my knowledge about them. They are known as the London Suede as well. So if you want to find them on Spotify, that's how you'll find them under the title The London Suede. I don't know, but elsewhere on YouTube it's Suede, so it's hard to say. It varies depending on where you look. But the mix on this song is fantastic. It really has a fantastic highs and lows in the mix. Uh, Things pop when they need to. And the instrumentation is really engineered well so that you can hear everything at its given time, and things are given them time to shine throughout the song as they should be. It's not a flat production, in other words. It's got a lot of dynamic range, and I can appreciate that from an artistic standpoint, and it really works for this song. There's very little vocal effects on this aside from the distortion effect used um, in certain segments of the song. But when the verses are being sung, it's pretty much straightforward vocal um, with no discernible um auto tuning or anything of that nature, which is nice to hear as well. Like I said, this is a band that spearheaded the whole Britpop movement, so they are more in touch with that raw sound, if you will, and it really works really well. And I can't wait to hear more from this new album. Once again, it's due out September 5th, 2025. It is called Antidepressants. You can access the pre-order link on the video link, which is linked below in my description. And you can also wait for it to pop up on Amazon. It's not there yet. I did check. But this is definitely going to be a great album if these two songs we've heard thus far are any indication. The title track, of course, Antidepressants, which I covered a live version of that a few weeks ago, and I reacted to that. And this one, of course, the new studio track, Disintegrate. Um, like I said, really great track. I'm really impressed, and I am excited for this release. And September can't come soon enough. This is Rob with Media Awareness, and I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.